Hi guys and welcome to Ivy's studio. My name is Ivy and in today's video we'll be focusing on building strength at the same time as working on our flexibility through a 45-minute vinyasa class. So whenever you're ready, let's meet on the mat. Okay, so we're going to start with a simple meditation. Just find a comfortable seat. You can sit like me or you can sit on your heels, whichever feels comfortable for you. And whenever you're ready, close your eyes. Bring your focus to your sit bones. Allow them to ground firmly into the mat at the same time as you lengthen your spine up towards the sky. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Inhale as you deepen. And exhale, allow all the air to leave your body before you start your next round. Finding a comfortable rhythm, a deep and long rhythm that can stay with you for the next 45 minutes. A breathing rhythm that can help you enter each pose, leave each pose. And that can guide you deeper into every shape that we take. Last 3 rounds of deep breaths. Allow the air to reach the bottom of your stomach and all the air to leave your body again. And gently blink your eyes open here, and we're going to come straight into all fours, tabletop pose. And here just take notice of how your spine is doing, making sure that you're pressing through your palms, activating your arms, slightly bend in the elbows. And whenever you're ready, we're going to begin with gentle cat and cows. As you inhale, stomach down, chest forward, looking forward or up. And as you exhale, round your spine, looking in towards your belly button. 3 more rounds. As we inhale, belly down, chest forward. And as we exhale, we round in. Noticing again how your spine is doing. Inhale. Making sure there's no pain. Exhale. Maybe a little bit of tightness is fine. Last round. Keeping your hands firmly into the mat, chest forward. And exhale, last round of the spine. From here, we're going to simply come back to center and tuck our toes into the mat. We're going to continue with cat and cows as we inhale, chest forward. But this time, as we exhale, we're going to round and bring our hips back to our heels, pressing the floor away with our hands. And as you inhale, you're going to come back up to tabletop, stomach down, chest forward. And as you exhale, rounding your spine, hips back to your heels. 2 more rounds. Inhale, waving forward. And exhale, lean into your heels. Feel the stretch in the back of your feet. 1 last round, keeping your elbows slightly bent. Now as you exhale, you want to bring your hips back, and this time we're going to stay here just for a couple of breaths. If you find it comfortable here, you can move your hips a little bit from left to right. Bring the weight into your left foot and then into your right foot. And then slowly come back up to tabletop. Lean your weight into your right hand. Inhale, left hand up towards the sky. And as you exhale, cross it under your right arm. Coming down, shoulder not touching the floor. 1 more time. Inhale as you lift your your left arm up. And as you exhale, coming to thread the needles without shoulder touching. Last time as you inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Twist open your chest. And exhale, cross under. This time Shoulder comes down, hand come down, and we walk our right hand forward, allowing our shoulder to relax, elbow to relax on the floor. Just allow all the weight to reach into your left shoulder. And you might even feel a little bit of a stretch in your right armpit. With each exhale, we allow some of the tension to go. Next inhale, slowly come back up to all fours. And we're going to come into the other side, weight into your left hand. Inhale, right hand up towards the sky, twist open your chest, turn your shoulder. And exhale, cross under your left arm. Shoulder is not touching the floor, so we're keeping a distance. One more inhale as you lift up, eyes follows to hand. And exhale, cross under. Feeling the core slightly activated to keep the shoulder lifted. Last round, inhale, right hand up. And exhale, cross under. And this time place your hand, your shoulder onto the ground as our left hand walks forward. And as our left hand walks forward, let your left shoulder fall down towards the ground. So we're not focusing on the twist, we're focusing on our shoulders and armpits. Allowing the weight to reach your right shoulder and your left hand to walk forward just one last step. And on our next inhale, we're going to reach our way back onto tabletop. And now I want you to focus on your shoulders for a bit and for your spine for a bit and just look down and towards the mat. I want you to press the floor away so you're pressing your chest in towards your spine. And your shoulder blades are kind of falling apart from each other. They're moving away from each other. So we are activating our arms and the muscles around our armpits. And at the same time as you keep this part activated, I want you to activate your core. So we're pressing our belly button in towards the spine. Our lower back lifts up slightly. So it's not a full full cat. We're not rounding our back totally, but it's somewhere in between being completely straight and in the round. You have to feel your whole body activating here. And then tuck your toes, and with this activation in your body, lift your knees off the ground. You can just stay here, belly reaches in. If this is a lot for you, stay here. If you want to add in a little challenge for your stomach, begin to move your shoulders forward and back. It's like coming into chaturanga without actually going down and then back. The knees stay where they are. Shoulders forward and back. Last 3, 2, stay strong. Last 1. Gently shoulders back, knees down, and just sit onto your heels for a while. Getting out the tension of your wrists. And then we're going to come back into tabletop. One more exercise here. Going to tuck our toes first. Bringing in that activation in your arms, press your lower back up. In your next inhale, reach your right foot back. And keep pressing your heel back to make sure that your leg is engaged. Next inhale, left arm up to the opposite arm. Keep your stomach in, don't let your lower back fall. And keep kicking the heel back and up. Take one inhale here, pressing through your right hand. And as you exhale, elbow to knee as you round your spine, looking in towards your knee. Inhale, lengthen forward and back. And exhale, elbow to knee. Last round, inhale, lengthen forward and back. And as you exhale, one more time, elbow to knee. Remember to round your spine, elbow is slightly bent, right elbow. And then inhale, lengthen forward. This time we're going to exhale as we bring our left hand towards the left and right foot towards the right. Keep lifting your foot up higher, your hands up higher so they're not falling down. Inhale, reach them forward. Stomach is still in. Exhale, left and right. Reach towards the left and the right, and then reach up. Last time, inhale, reaching forward. And exhale, reaching towards the left and the right. This time, stay here, stomach is still in. Keep your right arm strong and bring your hand and foot up just a little bit more up towards the sky. And next, inhale, reach your leg back, your hand forward. And then bring your left hand down, right knee down. Sit back onto your heels again and take out the tension from your right wrist. We still have the other side to go. So whenever you're ready, come back up to all fours. Finding that activation in your body, tuck your toes. It's better for the balance when we have the toes tucked. And this time we're gonna bring our left foot back, kicking through the heel, and right arm up. Keep your left hand firmly into the mat. Take an inhale here, and exhale, round your spine, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching forward and back. And exhale, rounding the spine, stomach is in all the time. One last round. Inhale, forward and back. And exhale, round. Eyes follows the elbow. And this time we're gonna inhale, forward and back. Exhale to the side. Right hand to the right, left foot to the left. Kicking them up at the same time. Inhale, reach forward and back, lengthen. And exhale, reach to the sides. Keeping your hips strong as you lift your leg up higher. Inhale, last round. And exhale to the sides. Keep lifting your foot. We're gonna stay here just a little while. Keep your left hand pressed. Last breath. And inhale, reach forward, reach back. And bring your hand back, your knee back to the mat. Child's pose for a little rest. Adjusting your breath. Adjusting your body. Noticing how your body is feeling after that exercise. We might have used some muscles that we don't always use. And from here, we're gonna slowly come back up to tabletop, tucking our toes, lifting our hips up to the sky, first downward dog. Feel free to walk out the dog here, bending one knee at a time, at the same time as you bring the opposite heel down towards the ground. Making sure that your hands are firmly pressed. Breathing. And let's find a still dog for a second. Bring your armpits in closer to each other. So we are rolling our arms in, lifting our hips up even higher. And then gently walk your hands back to your feet. So we're finding a forward fold at the back of our mat. Feel free to rock a little bit from side to side. Keep your knees bended if you prefer it that way. You can grab hold of the opposite elbow. Just keep your fingertips into the mat. Making sure that your head and your neck is relaxed as much as possible. Try to look at me as little as possible. So only look at me if you don't understand what I'm saying. It's best for your neck to keep it natural and relaxed. Okay, from here we're gonna bring our feet out to the side of the mat. So mat width distance. And then bring your toes out, turn your heels in. Gently bend your knees, lower your hips, coming into squat. And from here, feel free to move a little bit left to right. I know this pose can be quite challenging if your hips are not as open, if they're more closed. But just take your time here to open up as much as you need. If you really can't take it, then lift your heels. It might feel a little more comfortable here. Or sit onto a block if you have one of those. And from here, we're going to come into center, pressing our elbows into our knees, opening up our inner thighs. Looking straight forward or close your eyes. Awareness to breath. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. And exhale as you sink the hips deeper. And then gently open up your eyes again if they were closed. Press through your heels so you activate your thighs. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift the hips up as slow as you can. Eyes looking down to the ground so our spine is parallel to the floor. My knees are still bended. And on our exhale, we're going to lower the hips again as slow as we can back into our squat. Eyes looks at the front of the mat or forward. Ready? Inhale as we lift our hips. Eyes turns down, spine is parallel. And exhale, hips back down. Squat. Try to be as slow and as detailed as you can. Inhale, lifting up. Pressing through your heels and your toes. And exhale down. Keep your knees open and out to the side. You should feel it in your inner thighs. Last round. Inhale, lifting your hips. Try to be a little slower than before. And exhale, back down. Taking a little rest here before we go into our second set. So if this was really challenging for you, then do the same thing again with your heels into the mat, pressing firmly as you lift your hips. If you want to add to the challenge, then gently lift your heels up first. Lifting your heels, finding a squat here. And from here, you need to make sure that your knees are always turning up so our inner thighs are engaged. It's very easy to let the knees fall closed. Okay, so whenever you're ready, either heels down or heels lifted. Inhale, bring your hips up, eyes looking down. And exhale, slowly come down. Eyes look forward. One more time as we inhale, lift. Try to come up just a little bit higher with your heels. And exhale, down. Last round, keep your heels up in the air. As we inhale, lift, lift, lift. Spine is parallel, so we're not finding a forward fold. And exhale as slow as you can. Come down. And heels down. Take a rest here in squat. Or if squat is not comfortable, then sit down onto your butt and give yourself a hug. So both are fine. Somewhere where you can relax your inner thighs. And if you're in the squat, feel free to round your spine here. I like to move in my squat, moving back and forth, left and right. Just 2 more breaths. And from here, we're going to walk our hands forward again, hips up for our downward dog. And from downward dog, we're going to walk our feet forward to our hands. Now we're finding a fold at the front of our mat. Again, fingertips into the mat or grab hold of the opposite elbow. Gently rock a little bit from side to side. And then stop back in the middle. Next inhale, we're going to roll our spine up, coming all the way up to standing. And you all the way up, roll your shoulders, close your eyes, and just adjust your breath for a second. Feel into your standing feet as they touch the mat. I'm going to do a little bit of balance here and then get ready for our flow. So for our balance, I want you to focus a lot on our feet. You can just stay in the front of the mat. I'll just turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing. So focus into our feet. Bring your weight to your left foot. And then bring it back to the right. Back to the left. And to the right. And next time you bring your weight into your left foot, stay here. Keep your knees slightly bended as you press through your big toe. Now bring your right leg up. And from here, I'm going to simply kick the foot forward and then kick it back. Moving your upper body with your leg. Inhale as you kick forward. And exhale as you kick back. You don't have to kick very high. The point is more the balance of the standing foot. We want to find our balance. Last time as we kick back. And then gently bring your foot back to the front and roll your ankles. Roll it one way and then the other way. And from here, you're going to bring your knee out to the side, and either with the help of your hand, place your foot onto your inner thigh or your calf or your tree, or if you can without your hand, bring it up to your inner thigh. Finding our tree pose for today. Looking in front of you, somewhere where you can keep your balance. And then gently place your hands in front of your chest. Balancing poses doesn't require a lot of strength, or a little bit in our legs, but it doesn't make us sweat the same way as leg flows do. But it requires a lot of focus to make sure that we stay still, that we stay balanced. And our next inhale, we're going to reach our arms up towards the sky. Relaxing your shoulders, turning your palms in towards each other, making sure that we open our shoulders. Lengthening the spine even more. And from here, you can maybe close your eyes. Last breath. And gently open up your eyes again. Bring your hands back down to center. And then release your foot. Maybe roll your left ankle a little bit. And from here, we're going to bring our weight into our right foot. Pressing down through our heel, our big toe. And then bring your left leg up. And again, we're just going to kick it forward. And then kick it back. Kick it forward, following your own breath here. If you've been doing yoga for a long time, you might be able to do this very easily, but it's a very good practice for beginners and for those of you who might have some difficulty with your balance. Last round as we kick forward and then kicking back. If this is really easy, next time you can try with your eyes closed. And then gently bring your knee back up, bring it out to the side, either with your hand or without your hand, bring it onto your thigh. If you need to roll your ankle again, feel free to roll it again. And from here, we're placing our hands in front of our chest in prayer, finding our focus, and keep pressing your heel into your thigh or into your calf. Next inhale, we're going to reach our arms up towards the sky and open up our palms so our shoulders can relax. Lengthen your spine. And if it's there for you, gently close your eyes. Stay as focused as you can on your balance on this moment. One more deep breath. And exhale, bring your hands back to center. Close your knee and then bring your foot down and wiggle your feet and your hands. So now let's get ready for our flow. We have our core stability and we have our focus from the balance. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. Into Tadasana. On your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. And exhale, plant your hands, walk back to your plank pose. From your plank, reach your shoulders forward and exhale, either with knees on the floor or not. Lower yourself down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Dog. And as you exhale, Down Dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up into the sky, keeping your hips square. I prefer to lift my left heel. It helps with the hip square. It's like a little trick I use. And take one more inhale here. Exhale as you bring your knee into your chest, coming into plank, and then silently placing your foot in between your hands. Take an inhale as you lift yourself up into low lunge. Into high lunge, sorry. And from here, simply move a little bit back and forth. Noticing how that feels for your thighs, how that feels for your hips. And then find a static hold. Take an inhale, bringing your hands in front of your chest. Sink down deeper into your legs. At the same time as we leave our stomach apart from our thigh, we want to bring our stomach away from our thigh so we're not leaning into it. We're bringing it away, lengthening the spine. Take one inhale here. Exhale, bend your back knee. Bring your knee down without touching the floor. And inhale back up. 3 of these. As you bring your knee down and back up. Exhale, bring your knee down and up. Last one, bring your knee all the way down, touch. And inhale, lift yourself up, straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot in slightly. Take one inhale here. And exhale, fold for your pyramid. So your back leg can either be in our lunge position with the heel up, or you can turn it into the warrior stance with the heel down, toes turned out. Up to you, totally optional. And as we inhale, lengthen the spine a little bit more. And as you exhale, fold down deeper. Feeling the stretch in the back of your leg. And try to square your hips a little bit more. So reach your right hip up towards the sky as if you're lengthening the leg even more. At the same time as you bring your left hip in towards you. Take one more breath here. And then gently inhale, lengthen only so our fingertips are still in the mat. If you can't touch the floor, bend your front knee or stack on blocks or books or whatever you have at home. From here, we're going to walk our hands just to the side of our foot. So your hands, fingertips are either on the floor or on the blocks as we talked about. Bringing your weight back to your left foot, engaging your core. And just feel your body activating as your right foot becomes lighter and lighter. And maybe you can lift your right toes off the floor. And if it's there for you, maybe you can lift the right heel off the floor. Keep lifting the right hip up so your heel can come off the floor. But we're not bringing the foot back. Our foot is still in front. Stay for one breath. And slowly lower the foot down. Relax into your pose, into your pyramid. Relax your fingers. And gently bend into your front knee. Press your hands down. Walk your left foot back a little bit. Right foot follows. Coming into plank. From plank, leaning forward for your vinyasa, knee downs or not. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, lengthen your stomach. And exhale, down dog. Catching your breath. So I know that pyramid pose could be a little bit tricky, but we have our other side to try. So don't worry, inhale, left leg up. Squaring your hips down. Keep lifting the foot up. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your knee to your chest for your plank. And slowly lower the foot down in between your hands. Inhale as you lift yourself up. And again, move a little bit forward and back in your high lunge, feeling how your thighs are doing. And then let's come back to center, hands in front of your chest. And let your stomach come away from your thigh. Inhale as you lengthen. And exhale, sink deeper into your pose. Ready for our knee lowers. One more breath. Exhale, begin to lower and lift. Lower and lift. Last one, lower all the way down, touch. And inhale, lift back up. Straightening your left foot, bring your right foot in just one step, finding your stance for your pyramid. Take an inhale and exhale, lower down for your fold. Again, adjusting your hips for a second. And then begin to square your hips in. So we want to bring our left hip up to the sky, lengthening the leg at the same time as we bring our right hip down or turn our right hip in. And just take an inhale as you lengthen. I like to walk my fingertips forward for this one. And as you exhale, fold. And now for the challenging part. We're gonna bring our fingertips to the side of our foot, our left foot. Either on the ground or on books, blocks, whatever you have. Or if you want to bend the front knee, that's totally fine too. So from here, we're gonna lean into our back leg and into our fingertips. And from here, we're gonna lift our left toes off the ground. And either just stay here, feel how your body activates when you're doing this pose. Keep pulling your left hip back. Pull your left hip back. And if it's there for you, lift your left heel off the ground. Stay for one breath or two. And then slowly lower your foot back down. Fall into your fold. Relax your leg for a second. And then bend into your front knee. Press both your palms into the hand. Right foot back one step and left foot follows. One vinyasa. Shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees down if preferred. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, down dog. Now gently walk your feet forward to the top of the mat again. Exhale, fold down. And inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders, close your eyes, and adjust your breath. And from here, we're going to come into our second flow of the class. So whenever you're ready, open up your eyes. Inhale, lengthen your arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Walk back to plank. From plank, one vinyasa, shoulders forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, coming up into upward dog. And then find your downward dog. And on your next inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest plank. Exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. Inhale, finding your highlights, hands in front of you. And from here, we're going to do the same movement as we did before, moving back and forth. Finding your stability here and your balance here. And then gently, slowly lift your back toes off and place them back down. You might want to walk in just one step so it's easier for the balance. So we lift forward, toes off the ground, and exhale back. Simple movement, so we're not coming all the way into warrior three, we're just simply moving our weight back and forward. And now whenever you come forward, try to straighten your leg and then bending back down. Straightening the front leg and bending back down. Last one here, making sure that your balance is there. And next time you come up, you can either stay in this weird in-between stick pose or bring your foot even up higher, your left foot even up higher, and your spine down parallel to the ground, finding your warrior three. Just for one breath. One long breath. My long breath is probably your two breath. And then gently bend your right leg, Left foot finds the mat, high lunge. From here, you're gonna inhale your arms up. And exhale, open up to the left for your warrior two, finding your stance. Bring the left foot, side of the foot, into the mat, looking towards your left fingertips. Squaring your hips. Press down through your big toe. Bend your knee a little bit more and open up your right inner thigh. So just like in squat, how we practice to open it up again so our knee follows the direction of our toes. Making sure your shoulders are relaxed. One more breath. And then exhale, windmill your hands back into the mat. Bring your right foot back to your left for plank and hips up, downward dog. If that was hard to understand, no worries, we have the other side again. I know I'm doing a lot of poses that might not be very traditional, but whatever. Next, inhale, bring your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose plank. Exhale, plant it in between your hands silently. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. And once again, moving back and forth. And now step your right foot in just one step so it's easier for the balance, and begin to lift your right toes off and lower. Lift your toes off and lower. Now as you lift your toes, you straighten your left leg, bend it again, toes touch. Keeping the balance, so our eyes are looking forward when we are up, and it's looking down when our toes are off the ground. Last time. And the next time we come up, either stay in the stick pose, keeping your balance here, or lower your upper body and bring your leg up high. Remembering that our balance is the most important part of this pose. So stay somewhere where your balance is stable. One more inhale. And then exhale, bend into your left knee. Let your right foot reach the ground. In your high lunge again, and as you inhale, arms up. Exhale, open up to the right, warrior two. Finding your stance. Your right outside of your right foot is pressing into the mat. And again, open up your left inner thigh. Let your left inner thigh work here. So our knee is pointing the same direction as our toes. Relax your shoulders. Look over your left fingertips, lengthen your spine. And exhale, sit down just a little bit deeper. Next, exhale, we swing our arms back into the mat. Left foot back, downward dog. And from here, knees into the mat, hips back to your heels, forehead into the ground, child's pose. Once again, adjusting your breath, adjusting your body, finding a comfortable rhythm with your breath. Maybe even the same rhythm as during our meditation, a slow and deep rhythm. Next, inhale, slowly come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes, bring your hips up, downward dog. And from here, bring your left knee into your left wrist. Place it down onto the floor. And our left foot reaches over towards the right. And then place your right knee into the mat. You might want to walk your knee further back so your hips can come down closer to the floor, coming into our pigeon pose, everybody's favorite. And either stay up here, place a pillow underneath your hips if it's super uncomfortable, or bend the right knee further out to the side if it's too uncomfortable. And wherever you are with your legs, stay safe, most importantly. Keeping your spine up straight, or slowly coming down onto your elbows, maybe all the way down to your forehead. Relaxing your body again. Getting ready for the cool down. I love doing this pose as the first cool down pose because it's somewhere in between a cool down and a heating pose. I know for some people it can be really heating, while for others it can be super cooling. So it's a good in between. One more breath. And then slowly come back onto your hands. Pressing yourself back up to downward dog. Ready for the other side. Bringing your right knee to your right wrist. Foot out towards the left. Walk your left foot back a little bit more. And again, finding the best pose for you, pillow underneath or with a bended left foot, that's totally fine too. And whenever you're ready, come down onto your elbows, or maybe all the way down to your forehead. Relax completely. I've been talking all this time, so I probably need to adjust my breath even more than you guys do. And I keep saying adjust your breath, probably for my own sake. Anyway, find back comfortable, slow, and deep rhythm. Last breath. And inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. And instead of downward dog, we're gonna come straight into tabletop. From tabletop, sit back onto your heels. If you need to roll your wrists, feel free to do so. And then bring your hips to one side, so you can bring your legs over. And from here, we're gonna bring our left foot into our inner thigh. Coming into a half butterfly pose. And from here, we're gonna inhale, reach our arms up, flex your right toes, and exhale, fold down. We're gonna do 3 rounds where we inhale, lengthen our arms up, and exhale, fold. So we're kind of like drawing circles. 1 more round, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. This time we fold and we stay. Keeping your foot flexed. And then bring your focus to your right hip. And begin to draw your right hip further back at the same time as your right heel presses into the ground. So it's as if we are lengthening the back of our leg. Exhale, come down a little bit deeper. Next inhale, slowly come back up. And from here, we're gonna bring our foot out to the side, our right foot out to the side. So before it was straight in front of us, now it's out to the side. We're kind of in a V shape with our legs. And from here, our right hand is gonna walk out, grabbing hold of our calf, ankle, or foot, wherever it reaches. Bring it back again, and this time left hand follows. As we draw a circle, right hand grabs hold of whatever it can, and our left hand is above us. Lifting out your chest up towards the skies. And exhale, come down a little bit deeper. 1 more breath. Your exhale counts. And an inhale, reaching back up to center. Both legs in front, maybe turn them a little bit from side to side. And let's do the other side. So this time our right foot reaches the inside of our left inner thigh. Turn your toes up, so flex your foot. And as we inhale, we lengthen our spine. And we exhale, fold 3 circles. Inhale as we lengthen up. And exhale, fold. One last round, inhale. Exhale, folding down and staying down. Keeping our awareness at the same point as before, press your heel down and bring your left hip further back. So we are lengthening the back side of our leg. Take an inhale, reach your head forward, and exhale, come down even deeper. Last breath. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back. Reach your left foot out to the side, finding your V shape. And as we inhale, our right hand reaches up and over, left hand grabs hold of whatever it can. And then turn your right shoulder further up to the sky. So the point is not touching the foot, the point is lifting the chest up. Bend your elbows, it might be a little more comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, come down a little deeper. And then inhale, slowly come back up to center, both legs in front of you. Might want to turn them left to right. Come to the center of your mat and lay down on your back. Bringing your knees into your chest, turning them a little bit from left to right, massaging your spine. Then open up your left arm, placing your left arm onto the ground. Knees towards the right, and turn your head gently to the left. Come into our twist. Your right hand can either be on the floor or on your knees. And close your eyes, allow your body to relax. Inhale, gently bring your knees back to center. And let's find the other side. Knees towards the left, right hand open out to the side. Left hand to the ground or to your knees. Twist and turn. Slowly bring your knees back to center, finding your last pose of today, Shavasana. Keeping your legs straight, arms down by your side, close your eyes and breathe. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with. Thank you so much. Namaste.